Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm streaming this on Twitch. So if you don't want to miss any streams, go follow me on Twitch. Yeah, I already played this game before, but I feel like restarting it because I forgot how this game works. Turn this down though. Okay, let's start a new game. Story and bearings only change based on choices you make. You occasionally switch between lead characters when does the story unfold from different perspective. The gods are dead. In their wake, men and giants survive through a tender sea. Alliance started black. Destroyers called Dread deep into the northern waste. Now is an area of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðan vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Man, I really forgot how to play this game.
Hverfið á braut! Engan eigi ég hlut að máli þessu!
You ride to the time the chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. These portions are the order of initiative, asking to take turns from left to right. If blue, the enemy is red, it's your turn to act. Moving hand before action, this ring shows you Shieldbringer is active, the blue files will him show where he can move. Some characters feel more tired than others, so Horn Owls are a race of giants called Vol. You take up 4 tiles each, while human fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Hey Lewis. Okay. Enemy tiles are red and pulse if the enemy's in the range to target a nearby enemy is so sick. Can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The number beneath each icon 2 to 5 to the damage you will do to that stat. Strength count at both health and damage. A loss of strength 2 strength means you now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced by break damage. Break attack by breaking armor again to take more damage in the future. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. He's down each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used to later to improve your character. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate even if you are outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do a little damage against the shield bringers, his high armor. Now if your Warhawk turn, he appears to be out of range of these enemies. All characters can use willpower to boost their attack action. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By going on gold tile, the unit can move further than usual at the cost of willpower. For good tile, red pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll range. Move Warhawk into action. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him when you get advantage. Your menu combat options include move, ability, attack, and endgame. The ability described here in the tooltip below. The Warhawk template allows him to slam once. Now make quick order of the chieftain bodyguard when there is only one enemy left. Players into pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain willpower. The chieftain will rest his turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Be sure Shieldbring won't be able to finish the job with no attacks or willpower can be used to boost your damage.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade. Quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. The only sun has stopped. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Elric, steward of Strand. I manage to govern businesses. Ubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic around here, Elric. It's been worse. We got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Skelfrig, that you didn't hacked up in the Great Hall scattered. You took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Let me handle this. You mender to rows of open-faced horse and ender stalls. Color of canvas flap on a bearded current. One man in particular blush as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Skelfrick shipped and bled out about an hour ago. Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody going to try to kill you this time. I don't talk to me. No, they don't talk to me. Yo, you need some help? I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Had sweat visibly, fumbling with some dirty tickets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? He tosses a silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Had gestured meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only things I like is the name of a place. Nobleman, up by East Wall, but that was a month ago, last I know. Had shulks away with a wave of Elric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until he just blows over. You figure your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Enough. Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking around. Why? They look good. I'm glad you cleared. Goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a scoffing. If there's looking in their wounds, they've probably gone to old hunts. Got new ones. Not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall. Best I can tell, their name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Mop up worse. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual dice. I don't mind him. You arrive in front of the what must be nobleman. A few minutes later, Ulrich appeared with a rather better mannered youth-sized vulgar. I point them out. Ulrich says over his shoulder, "Ready?" You're walking through the front door? They ran to a meat house, says Volker. I'll be surprised if they can't stand up straight. Right now. Okay, here we go. Volker boots the front door open. Sorry, it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is ready at the head of the table, his axe drawn, wide-eyed. Drunken scoffers scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and meat things in the process. Okay, no. He has no abilities, so I'm gonna do that. No, there's no point in doing that. All these enemies, like, whoo! I just went to a good position, dude. Of course, they move him where I can't reach him. There they are. God be damned. I got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold red and blue. One bear I know well, Wagner. Next for Vol, King's ship. Last spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guest. See what I deal with all day long. Things makes a little more sense. You hoped I have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrive. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you're happy to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Elk and Wagner hustle from the meat house to his credit. Eric tosses a bar of silver for the mess. You give an apology shrug and go to greet the new arrival down at the docks. Wagner. Familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version trample the halls of Gothmere, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is Wagner, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old Yak? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Hirondor demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Gotham. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Ambring, in fact, and glad for it. Hawking motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden Wolf head and basil on red, the king of men or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp, the king's son, London. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visit ours. It's how you make alliance these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hawken has it. I almost forgot. It's a good thing you're around, Hawken. Then you're going to Gotham. I have the distinct feeling I've finishing my business in Strad, and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should give it a day. In better because I drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Monger? I can have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Mugger. See you in the morning, Skinner. I'll be along. The young prince of men unveils from the ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. London looks for all the world that sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs for spiders. The long road back to Gotham should be more interesting than most years you think. Weirdness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the government that the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you go and join Wagner Caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Falcon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Okay, I want to save this clip for YouTube real quick, and we'll continue. Okay. Back and going. Skinner. You find Hawken in a meat house surrounded by other Vols, and no stranger to Vol, but rarely sees this many. Hawken waves you over. And straight for the Flagoon. Wagner, the one who agrees to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's halls anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting tax. Every year it's the human settlement that gives me trouble. No surprise, what's this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We had a few more humans. I guess if I only live as long as a yolk's fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hawken. Hawken let slip a little chuckle. Any Vrall could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through dread at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a gopher bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Gopher. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mean house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Vrall who must be working for London. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms closed. Greetings, Prince London. Yes, you're with Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Gotham with my guards. London looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying types to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. A Vrall historian, haha. Don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been particularly troubled throughout the city. I've been on the road in a while, I'm afraid. London takes a deep sigh. We're tired or ungracious, you aren't certain, maybe both. Ephemerally, mostly. London came to our capital in Amberg, and now we go to the Vrall capital in Gotham. To cement This grand alliance for the next age, a men in Raw. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it, and it's damn cold up here. You get the sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Nothing else to do? At dawn, you're looking by a delivery goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with the sun that never moves. The governor's crest adores a supply of leathers, all there just as promised. To your mind's surprise, you wonder if Elric had anything to do with this. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, London and his men appear, Grogan and Disheave. Mark steps forward. Wagner is quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unruly, outrageous warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to retire. We're ready. You follow Wagner and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there is nothing of the sort, just frustrating, tired people. If somebody strand, well, as a whole, you think. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Morgan, crackling upon a meat cask from a gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with reluctant laughters as the meat is passed throughout camp. Drink a little, drink a lot. Toast to love. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between men and Raw. The others join in, blundering expressions like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggeration. Eventually, you sit down beside Wagner. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Morg, I thought the damn Wagner would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried, then he asked me to clean up his mess for your benefit. Turns out I have given a job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with London? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arabic on his own, and I can't take out some frustration or dread or something. Starting to sound like Harkin. You don't like the life of a diplomat. Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? Down me instead of replying. Wagner sludges and shakes his head. There is no great joy in killing Dread, but pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors would follow you for what you done. Is that why they follow you now? It is, or it is because I'm the next in line. These lines are getting muddy. Old wrong. There's always been muddy, Wagner. Wagner stares in a campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. You rise groggily. The campsite of casualty of merriment. Rug is always order kicking warriors awake. When you spot London stalking your direction, he sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You need it. It's London. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner release occasion and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Gotham? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on the map. There's a map of the world. Blah, blah, blah. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Uber's icon. The world map is covered with many locations and a whole much lore. You can explore the map at any time, select location. When you finish researching the map, please press square. Turn to camp. We head north, then east, past the forts. Gotham, far from Strand, going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Skirmister? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad though, we could have shown you all the wonders of skirmishes. A half-sunken city, crawling with dread prints. Dreading glaciers, you like glaciers. Lightning salt through the nose, a poor disgust for his contempt. He turns and bat aside from the tense flap as he goes barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. London's got a shorter wick than Hawken. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving another half day to Vengeful if we're lucky. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan during travels. You can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in town, you can upgrade your alliance or equip items in the free ascent. You can pass time by using a rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your pedal power in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any character in mock battle. Tap leaving at the bottom of the campsites when you're ready to get back to the road. I do a bunch of it. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats and talents, activating one of the buttons above. Shield, health, attack, will, crowd control, I think, and armor. Increase armor. Yeah. Stats are okay though. increase that too.
Vod1. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
By Hargenborg, that's a lot of Vod for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it's thinking that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can house a whole cow by himself. Calfred out here, maybe. Could they have Vod working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get the camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tent. We'll be here no more than a day. There's the silver for any food you got. 400 of Vod, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple of hunters here. Forget hundreds of. Shut up, hear that? Where's London? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Falcon takes off on a run. Plus attack on strength for each enemy. Armor higher than your strength. There's a 10% chance. Attack will be deflected. No, there's a chance to hit short of. Deflecting attack do no damage from here on out. You will feel stress-free. If you don't break armor, damage both strength and armor is equally important. Ugh. One pill stores added to your horn. Using the horn, give you one more power and active. Man, stop. Stupid big guy. I hate it. You're trying to get yourself killed, London. What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a droid before, boy? What kind of idiot don't break their armor first? Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hawking goes to where Wagner lies face down. The future Volking lies motionless aside from a spreading pool of blood. Wagner is dead. Cut with keen-edged sword. Chapter 2. Where did that thing come from? Shh, stay quiet. Stay close. I think it saw us. Deployment happens before battle. Second unit. Rook and Lita both deploy with the button. Uh, whew. Three right now. Nice. Was that a dread? Ella looks calm, but you can't tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No. I'll be fine. When a dread tracked your cart and the yokes bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can't see. More dark figures moving through trees when you glance the direction. All that food, that's the last we're going to get before winter, do we? What do we do? Don't run, let me think. Don't forget the supplies, let's get back to the grog. If we hurry, we can get it done before more dread appear. Oh, what's the best choice? Okay, what are they even doing here? No clue, but we need to warn everyone, right now. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. Can't see how many days of supplies you have left. Chapels display at the top of the screen. Most times we'll have supplies to sell as well as a few items.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Near. The enormous rolling question towers over the men in the training field. He squats as you approach. Already back, Master? So you thought you'd be tomorrow. Dread everywhere. Dread. How did they get through? Greyhorn. Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gathered around you. Damn it. They'll be here soon if they're not ready. You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running toward the Great Hall. Abner turns to one of the older boys in the group of fighters. Ingil, take a letter to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what happened. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Elite. No, wait. I want to help. No, wait. I want. Wait. Go back to the letter. It looks like she might protest, but skulls and run off to safety. God's rock. Don't start telling them I know what I'm doing. I know it's a stretch, but they brought it. What's the plan? Just hold off any dread we see until everyone's inside. Then we figure it out. More shouts drawing your attention to some houses topped a nearby hill. I can quickly save this clip real quick.